afterwards, what we get into right now? The next topic of discussion would be
Nezuko.
The Black Nezuko.
Yep.
This was shaky.
It is.
It's not just about this one person, this one time, but this is just emblematic of black cosplaying. Period.
Yeah.
So what happened? Someone give this
so
up.
bottom line. Alright, so listen up. For those who don't know, right? So if y'all on Twitter, then y'all most likely know. If y'all on anime Twitter, let me be clear on that. So recently there was a post, right? There was this cosplayer, and forgive me because I cannot remember your name right now, but she made a post, right, where she said, you know, this is my first time doing cosplay and I'm kind of nervous. And she posts pictures of herself dressing up as Nezuko from Demon Slayer, right? So she made the post, and she's a black woman, so of course, you know, hate is going to follow. You know what I mean? A lot of the responses was, oh, this isn't accurate. Your skin tone doesn't match what the anime portrayed. Or what was
Says the white man. Says the white man.
You know how that go, man. So,
cosplaying as Asian characters.
It was a lot of hate.
Well, asterisks for that one. Because technically, like, there's a thing, I think it started back in, like, Astro Boy era.
Hey,
where, like, in anime, they purposely make a design style that's statelessness or countrylessness. There's a term for it in Japanese, but the point is, it looks like any of the characters can belong to any country. But you have to, like, put a little star by that, because any country, any continent, except for Africa. Like, they don't make black characters, but that's why you have stuff like Naruto, blonde
That's fine.
kids,
I don't need them to
hair,
make black characters.
Hair.
They,
So for white people, you can see any.
Some of them do. Some of them you do, but they do a trashy job.
No,
they do a
some of
trashy
them are
job.
trashy. Some of them are fine. It's weird.
It's getting better.
Okay,
it's getting
but I don't like
in
the
Norman
animes.
Gun, there's like one black character, and he's
The one.
perfectly
Okay,
normal.
but listen, out of how many animes?
It's like
Check this
a
out.
Russian organization. It's weird that there's a black character at all.
I mean, yeah, but check this out. I feel like our story needs to be told by us. I'd be damned if another race is drawing me, telling my story, or making up a story. No. So if they don't tap into putting more black characters, that's fine. We just need more black artists, more black writers. That's it. Moving forward, I'm sorry, Kev. You know, my pro black is always shine. My cocoa butter always lit.
Get in your bag. Get in your bag.
In terms of cosplay, though, like, black people aren't that represented in anime, so, and you shouldn't have to either say you're black, you can only play a black character, so you can choose from these 5.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
fine.
tough when you try to cosplay something and you have to be the black this or the black that.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I'm not the black this, I'm not the black that.
I'm just that.
I'm just that.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be like Black Goku. I'm Goku.
It's funny.
That's fine, yeah.
It's funny you mentioned that, because this particular story that we're talking about, the black woman
Nezuko.
dressed up as Nezuko, who, you know what I mean, she got a lot of stuff for it online. So this has been an issue for a long time. You know what I'm saying? There was a
shout out to Demon Slayer, by the way. Demon Slayer is a good anime.
True indeed.
Oh, yeah.
But so there was another cosplayer named Nekoyasha. You know what I mean? Follow on IG Nekoyasha09. She told her own story based on the events that took place with the Nezuko cosplayer, and she told her story when she was a kid cosplaying with her friends as the Teen Titans, and they went to a con with their parents, and everybody who saw them would say, "Oh, they're the Black Teen Titans," and their parents would get mad and say, "No, they're just Teen Titans." You know what I'm saying? And she told the story and explained how, as a kid, she never understood why her parents were getting upset, but as she got older and got more involved into the scene, she began to see
right?
what her mother and her friend's mother were seeing. You know what I'm saying? It's just there's just this racism out there, and it's in everything you do. You know what I'm saying? Because let's keep it real. I'm gonna talk from my perspective. I'm a black man living in a white man's world. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I didn't choose to be here, but I'm going to decide how I go out.
I like your skin tone, Cam. Your back is beautiful.
My shit, you like my melanin? My shit poppin'? My shit poppin'? Say less. That's all I need to hear.
We're talking a bit on and down. So it's like sad, but at the same time, we're not talking about this just to say, oh no, this is it and this sucks. Because there's also an upside to this story. The main girl we're talking about, cosplaying Nezuko, got so much hate that she shut down her Twitter. But after that, the black community, black anime community, black cosplay community showed up for her.
Yeah.
They bombarded
But that's how we do
all
it.
over Instagram. And, like, that's the moral of this. Even if there's some hate, never let that stop you from going and cosplay. Because cosplay is fun. It's great. I've only been to one con, and I did cosplay for it, but it was fun. Cause
You did cosplay?
in the movie.
Which one?
Only one time ever. This was like in Lancaster, middle of the nowhere, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
It was a tiny con.
What did you
There
go
were
as,
3 of
though?
us sharing one tiny bed. What?
What did you go as?
It wasn't anime. I did Super Craig from South Park.
Wow.
My friend came with me
There's
as Wonder
no
Tweak.
way.
So we Wonder Tweak and Super
Shit,
Craig, and we took
man.
pictures.
No, bet. Anybody that can find that photo for me, I'll give
Oh
you
my God.
$500.
We got it.
Oh, lower the price. $50.
No, she said 500. I got it right here.
Yeah. You see what you did to yourself? Now you owe $500.
Nah, we got them all.
I will take that in
We just
cash.
gotta, we just gotta rush up for them joints. We just gotta bum rush.
That's it.
No.
Gotta go.
No one should ever feel
That's
bad
it.
about cosplaying because, like, your skin tone's not right.
Absolutely
Your hair's
not.
not doing
Yeah.
the right thing. It's supposed
Right.
to look like this. No, it's
Do
great.
your
It's
thing.
awesome. So this girl who did Nezuko, her account was back up, and when I looked at it just yesterday, a lot of the messages were still just filled with love and support.
Of
Saying,
course.
you rocked it, you did great. Your
Of
first
course.
cosplay, make a second.
Yo, but understand this, man. A lot of times when you do things, you're not gonna get all that support. You
You're
know what I'm
not.
saying? You're
Especially
gonna
if
get a
you're
lot
black.
of hate. But please understand, to anybody out there, and this doesn't just apply to cosplay, man. To anybody out there who wants to do something and really go hard in it, man, understand that having haters is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing right if you ain't got no haters.
What Kevin Hart? No, not Kevin Hart. What Cat Williams said?
Yeah.
What do you think they supposed to be there for? They haters. Hate.
But that's
You need to have
no,
double the next day.
Yes, exactly.
Listen, they say there's no such thing as bad press. You understand?
That's facts
So
too. That's facts
do what
too.
you want to do, man.
But
Don't
I
worry
also-
about the haters. Don't worry about none of the nonsense that comes with it, man. Do what you want to do. It's gonna be there. Just brace yourself for it.
That's
you know what I'm
facts.
saying? And don't allow it to change your mind in what you want to do with your life. You only got this one life,
That's
so
facts.
live it how you choose. You know what I'm saying?
I'm picking up what you putting down.
You picking up what I'm putting
I'm
down?
putting up what you putting down. But
I like
most
how
importantly,
you. I like how you use my quote. I like that.
allegedly. But you know what? But you know what? I can't let you finish without saying this.
Go ahead, talk to us.
Listen, if you black and you cosplaying, right? Don't worry about your skin tone. Your skin tone is just a blessing in this. It's just a blessing. It's just the added icing to the fucking cake. Your melanin should be the cosplay. Everything should be based on how beautiful your skin is. Just understand, if you sit there and you want to cosplay as Nezuko or Tanjiro or Legoshi from Beastars, whatever, right?
I mean,
just
skin tone wouldn't really matter in that one.
Yeah,
I mean, you'd be covered in fur.
thank you, Derby.
I'm just saying.
Thank you, Derby.
I mean,
But all
these
I'm
are
saying-
facts.
These are facts. But all I'm saying is, just remember, nobody can look like you. Nobody can do it like you. So just sit there and wear it with fucking pride, yo. Just understand, with that skin tone, you got white folks that's aging 20 years faster than us. Just be thankful. Shit, and you look good doing it. All my female black cosplayers go in, go hard all day long.
Male
If I see-
cosplayers too. Let's
Male
be clear.
cosplayers too.
Say just
Yeah.
don't do that. Saying.
Nah, I'm gonna say, okay. All black cosplayers go in your bag, and the next con, if I see you, I will definitely stop you, take a picture, show it out, you know, shout you out, because I love every single one of y'all. Because if it wasn't for y'all, the next generation wouldn't even know where to start. Y'all actually opening the door for a lot of youngsters who want to cosplay, who want to like anime, who want to get into comic books, who want to get to all that cool shit. But you got other motherfuckers that say the shit is whack. But because of y'all making it hot, y'all making it popping. Don't fucking stop. I needed y'all when I was growing up.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Their pants, be senpai.
No.
Notice them.
I was gonna say yes, and even if you have like a younger sister or brother that wants to cosplay, you really should support them.
It is your duty.
It's
Drop
your
them
duty.
into
Yes. I have my little sister. She's actually darker than I was, and she wanted to cosplay as Sailor Moon for Halloween, and she did. And I remember someone walking up to her saying like, "Oh, you're supposed to be like the dark skinned version of her, right?" And I was just like, "What is that supposed to mean? She's Sailor Moon." dark skinned
That's
version of her?
trifling.
What?
No, that means she wanted to get smacked the fuck up. That was in the Bronx?
Yes.
They violated. They
And
don't know how
that's
we get
like-
down. They don't know how we get down, BX. They don't know how to get down.
Put that down.
You say some shit. No, you say some shit like that, and you in any of those lines, the 3 train, the 4 train, the 5 train, you getting smacked the fuck up. Just saying. Sorry.
Well, all right.
No.
So I figured y'all understand our point of view.
I'm sorry. You know how I get when it's about my melanin. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's only right.
Sorry,
You know what I'm
sorry,
saying? We can't just give them the good. We got to give them the negative, but the positive within the negative. You feel me?
I hear you.
So, to shift gears a little quick, you know what I'm saying, a little bit, it wouldn't be right if we were the Blackramen podcast and talking about all black, all otaku things and not talk about video games. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people around this table are video game heads. You feel me?
Except for me. So that's why I would like to introduce, taking over my spot right now.
Nah, you go sit your ass down right there.
No.
Sit
Wait.
there. Mike
hold on.
moves.
I like to proudly introduce my brother from another mother.
There it is.
Another beautiful Haitian right here. Yeah.
There it is. Better know this playing one. My man Greg from Lan Party, man.
There
Pull
you
up,
go.
my G. Pull up, God.
Let me get my cup first, because I'm going to sip this while y'all talk.
Yeah, I know you are. You ain't got to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, to give the listeners a little bit of backstory behind the Game Awards, you know what I'm saying? That's what we about to get into. The Game Awards started in 2014. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if a lot of y'all, because I'm an old nigga, but a lot of y'all probably remember Spike TV, and Spike used to do the Spike Video Game Awards. And the Game Awards is pretty much a spin-off of that. You know what I mean? Pretty much the same cast and crew work on that. And this is something that's airing December 12th. And it's a pretty big deal because unlike other award shows, the fans can actually vote for what they want to win in this award show. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, he's saying that, but I've got a little bit of doubt. That's a little bit shady.
But
If
not-
you look on the
not-
site, you
basically,
can vote 10%.
Yeah, but
But you have a say.
Yeah, exactly.
something.
You know what I'm saying?
Not
This
really.
is a situation. low key, well, they make you believe that this is a situation where you run the government instead of the government running the people.
But I just want to mention that because the idea of voting and who's going to win
Yeah, it
is
does
such
get
a controversial
everybody-
thing this year. in
But it
particular.
gets everybody wrapped up. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
gets everybody
Oh, yeah. It's good
super into it.
participation.
And you know, it's all jutsu at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Naruto. Not Boruto, Naruto. So,
I don't even know what Boruto is. Never
yeah,
heard of it.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
Sounds
First off,
fake.
thank y'all for having me on your show. But y'all, wow.
Thank y'all.
All right. All right, so y'all understand the controversy behind the Game Awards, essentially, or not really?
I have some idea. about
Lay it out
that,
for us.
you know.
All right, so essentially, what people understand that Death Stranding is a game that came out in November, and it was nominated later in that month, so it hasn't even been out for a year, right? Why is that?
Should have been next year.
Should have been next year. You're absolutely
Should have
correct.
been next year. Yeah.
So the problem is, Hideo Kojima himself is part of the advisory board for the Game Awards.
Yeah, no, I'm familiar with that. Yeah,
Right?
yeah, I'm familiar.
So now, on top of being part of the advisory, right, they're talking about, the social media outlets like IGN and shit like that voted for that. But you know what that is?
Yeah, that's
Niggas just buddy clapping.
Yeah, that's so.
That's all that is.
So you're right.
That's all facts though. He ain't lying.
Because think about it like this, right? Before it was Death Stranding was the PT, I've never seen someone get their dick sucked from such a distance. I've never seen that before in my life. You feel me?
Oh man.
That shit had traveling miles because it was Hideo Kojima.
Yeah.
And then for him being part of the board, he's going to win Game of the Year.
Oh yeah.
That shit rigged.
I'm tasting something salty because you're saying that, but the advisory board does not choose.
I'm tasting
timing.
And they cannot choose who wins.
You're right.
So if you look on their FAQ page, they're very clear. Our advisory boards, they don't do shit. Because how they choose the nominations even is I think they go globally around the world to a bunch of different game companies, software companies, hardware companies, and say, hey, who do you guys think should win? And that's how they get the nominations themselves. So do you think Hideo has enough pull to actually get Death Stranding?
Yes.
Well, I mean, this isn't like it's Harrisburg.
What? Number what?
He has nothing to do with the nominations directly.
Listen, I'm Hideo Kojima.
Conspiracy.
I'm understatement. I'm Hideo Kojima. Yo, here's a little 5 bands for your company, a little 10 bands for your company, real quick. Hold it down. Make sure I win this. It hasn't. His game wasn't even out for more than 30 days, and they got nominated. Niggas even fully beat the game and found all the secrets in and outs. No one got a platinum trophy before his nomination even came out for the fucking game.
That is a fact. That is a fact.
You greasing palms.
And there's a lot of that going on behind the scenes because Jump Force was nominated for Fighting Game of the Year.
How?
Shitting man.
The Jump Stars from back in the day is better than Jump Force now.
Yo, talk way better, dude. Like way better. This shit's crazy.
The problem is like everything is starting to lose integrity. Piggyback into what y'all was saying about anime also. Everything is slowly losing integrity for quick cash grabs.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's hard to maintain that because, this is becoming popular. You see what your podcast there for. People got to remember, we made shit lit.
Facts.
You feel me? We definitely made shit lit.
Everything that's popping started off as a hood thing. That's a fact.
Yes.
You feel me? We made shit, 100%, we made shit lit. So because of that, everything lose that integrity because you want that POC demographic to fuck with your shit. Because again, we make shit lit. We made Baby Fat lit. We made Fubu lit. We made Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon lit.
There it is.
You feel me? Once black people started getting to rock was lit all of a sudden.
There it is. Talk about it.
So now for nothing, it is a conspiracy. And he gonna win. And if he doesn't win, I actually be surprised. I'll bet money on him winning, and I don't want him to win.
Just bet against yourself.
He's valuable.
You don't think it's enough that he was nominated? Because just being nominated, especially since the game just came out, a lot of people will buy it just because it was nominated. Do you think that's not enough? He's going to go all the way for the awards?
This day and age, really? Like, people are going to buy it just because of the nomination? Like,
yes, and the publicity.
Yeah, right.
The publicity is
I'm not buying that game. I wanted to, but...
Hold up, but no lie. When you go to Best Buy, that game is already sold out. Like, you can't get that game anywhere. Sorry, Debs.
I'm sorry, shot the hell out of it. She showed up and like, oh,
think about what she's saying, right? Think about what she's saying. Like, I've never played Death Stranding before. I've never heard of it. Right? Now, I know what the Game Awards are. Oh, wow. Death Stranding is on, like, it got nominated 9 times.
Yeah.
What game is this?
Right.
Oh, you know what? Let me go buy it. Oh, you know what? Them little dumbass kids. Oh, mommy, I want Death Stranding. Okay, sure. What the fuck? Why not? Yeah. Because it was nominated. Think about it. When that little boy won that $3 million in Fortnite this year, how many people jumped on it right after?
I was just about to talk about
Somebody
that.
to jump that kid.
And no disrespect to us.
That was a joke. Do not jump a 14-year-old just because he won Fortnite, because he will get on Fortnite and cuss you out like a 14-year-old.
Well, I mean,
this is true.
He'll be in the hospital.
He'll never be able to play.
I'm really mad.
He has a few $1 million. He will set up his game console in the hospital.
Touche. Yeah, you right.
Sadly, no. Everybody in this room was slacking. You know why? Think about it. That shit happened in New York. That shit happened in Queens. And nobody took his shame. Slacking.
I ain't gonna hold you.
You think Queens?
That's kind of like,
nah, nigga, they're like Astoria, bro.
Nah, I'm talking for me. Everybody else
ain't nothing too far for $3 million.
I ain't gonna hold you. When you wake up with lint pockets, everything's kind of far.
My nigga, what you talking about? What you mean? No, but to answer your questions, I think it's all rigged, especially this year in particular. I feel as if you want to be on Kojima's good side. When he left Konami, everyone was in uproar. The people booed Konami because he left.
Yeah, true, dude.
They boo a whole entire
What year was that? That was like last year.
Yeah, like
they like right after 5.
In public.
Before 5.
Was it before 5?
Yeah,
oh, my bad.
Like they had to eat that to the face. And he's so revered in the industry, and he's part of the fucking advisory board. It's nothing to say, yo, here's 100,000. Spread that amongst all the people who need to vote, and see who needs new equipment for their publications. See who needs an exclusive interview with me. What does it have to take for me to be in front of these people to push my agenda? Because watch, now DLC will probably be like $45, and guess what? Niggas is going to buy that. Conspiracy.
Well, assuming that it's not a conspiracy,
Homie really
do you have any
whispered it to
predictions
me.
for like, aside from who will win, since apparently it's Death Standing, who do you think should win? Because we have a couple categories pulled up.
Yeah, we absolutely do have a few categories. A couple of the main ones that we want to discuss with y'all, man. So, Bree, Game of the War nominees, man. Run down that real quick for me.
Okay, starting with Game of the Year. The current nominees are Control, Death Standing,
Of
yes.
course.
Resident Evil 2,
Oh, we.
which I heard some controversy about that because it's kind of a remake more than an entirely original game.
It's
based on
absolutely
original, so
remake.
shouldn't be eligible. But we also have Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice,
Facts.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and The Outer Worlds.
I mean,
Nah, man. Listen.
my decision's already made.
So, listen, honestly speaking, man, I personally would want Super Smash Bros. Ultimate to win because Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is fun as hell. It somehow managed to bridge the gap between party game and fighting games. I mean, some of the DLC characters we've seen, they brought Cloud into the joint. From Final Fantasy VII. How in the fuck? And that's fire. Like, who would have... When I saw that trailer, I would have never thought Cloud of all people. You feel what I'm saying? So, it is super fire. Now, personally, I would want Super Smash Bros. Ultimate to win, but honestly speaking, Death Stranding is taking that. I mean...
But I heard really good things about the story mode for Super Smash. And, like, it just has such a huge history. Because, like, everyone knows, whenever the Super Smash game comes out, people are ready for it.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Nah, the fighting is on point. They brought freaking Banjo-Kazooie.
It
Persona 5.
Yo!
Yep, they brought that in.
I ain't gonna lie. I fell out my chair when I seen it.
It's not just pure nostalgia. It's a great game.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm most excited about all the hats Kirby will wear. I would probably play that game for hours, just unlocking every character, just so I can have Kirby looking
Just...
Yep. Because that's how I play.
That's how you roll?
As a competitive Smash player at this table,
You ain't got me what listen, man.
I don't say that to disrespect anybody else in the room.
I don't know. I feel disrespected.
You gotta take it how you take it.
It's all good.
What y'all cash out? Don't look over here like that. What y'all cash out? Don't look over here like that. I wear triforce on my chest. I'm the king of nigga fell. Y'all playing. Y'all playing with it. The reason I play Gandalf.
Oh, you reckless.
I told you from now so you can plan in your head for this ass.
That man said Ganondorf. Oh, you reckless with your character choice.
Yeah, so you good? Alright. You sure? Alright. But the reason why Smash Bros., as you all said, it is the legacy. Like, it's the legacy game within the list. Resident Evil 2 has a great chance because it incorporated the Resident Evil 4 mixed with the Resident Evil 6 gameplay, but it stuck back to its roots of, like, the horror concept of it all, you know?
And on top of that, we in that nostalgia era, so, everybody horny for that. Everybody want that nostalgia factor. So.
Oh, what? This remind me of my childhood? Yeah!
Super Soul.
Yeah, yeah. But as y'all all said, you feel me? The walking simulator, Krusty Krab pizza. We'll wait.
Stop calling it that.
It's the Krusty Krab pizza. I'm telling you, you're gonna have a DLC where you gotta walk. Matter of fact, they even DLC. Watch the fucking gameplay. This nigga is walking in the desert.
Basically.
Yeah.
Focus is crazy.
I'm telling you, he got to work his back. That little baby he got with him. This nigga walking around with a whole baby talking about I gotta deliver the pizza. The game is delivered.
Simulator.
Yeah, it's a
Okay, but we have other categories we gotta look at. So that was just game of the year, the top. We also wanted to check out a best action game.
Can I ask y'all, did anything have Tekken on there? Like, none of them?
Wait, we gonna get to that shit.
Alright, just making sure, because that's my shit.
Don't rush. You don't make sense.
I thought she said she didn't play games.
You gotta get to that.
Wow, that's not a game.
Alright, so best action game. And that's primarily focused on combat, man. Run down that list of the nominations.
Yep. We've got Apex Legends.
Blicky boys.
We got Astral Chain, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Devil May Cry 5, Gears 5, and Metro Exodus.
That's a seen him. Now, for that list right there, I ain't gonna hold you. Apex Legends, though.
It's definitely gonna take it.
Okay, tell us.
She said, Greg, hold that.
What's so good about it?
Why is that gonna take me, guys?
Nah, say what your chest. You popping your shit. Say what your chest.
I think to me it's just like a better version of PUBG, in my opinion. A better version of Fortnite.
Talk about it.
Don't be scared now.
14-year-olds coming after you.
Speak up.
You can't grab the gun, don't shoot nobody.
All headshots. Go for all headshots. Talk.
Nah, just all around it's just a better game.
It is. Yo, listen, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a super Apex Legends guy. Both my brothers in here, they know the vibe, man. Apex Legends. It's to the point where I swear they sprinkle some crack in that joint. Yo, I would get home from work tired as hell. As soon as one of my brothers message me, be like, yo, what we doing? I'm like, yo, send me an invite, dog. We playing some Apex. You know what I'm saying? And there's very few games out here right now that do that for me, man. And somehow, some way, Apex Legends got that in there, man. But this list is pretty dirty because Devil May Cry 5 was legendary. And then Modern Warfare, that was the original cocaine.
Yo, has anyone tried that like battleground mode that they have? Like that full war on war thing? Yeah, how is that? Yo, I felt like that would be really good. Like every review I've seen like has been like really loving it. So
now the reason I think that is gonna win. Name one time you played a Call of Duty in that fucking single player. It was in Fuego.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Name, which one was it?
I don't know. I've enjoyed like every single player I've ever played.
Alright, nigga, so guess what? You defeated me. You happy?
Black Ops 2 was shaky. It was a little shaky. Low-key Modern Warfare 3 was a little shaky. Modern Warfare 2 was just... But Modern Warfare 2 was just so fucking good. Like, that one was full crack, cocaine,
I feel like this is the
pills,
closest we get into that, though.
Absolutely. But at the same time, Apex Legends...
But you gotta think of it like this, right? Name how many games you can play with your mans on the Xbox and PC and PlayStation 4 at the same time.
See, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't even worried about PC or Xbox. I'm PS4, boy.
Sony all day.
I'm PS4. You feel me? I just need me and my brothers. You feel me? And with Apex Legends, you know what I like about it? That the characters got their own specific abilities. That, you know what I'm saying? Because for everybody who play Apex out there, I rock Mirage. That's my guy. Low key, he's trash, but I like bamboozling everybody. That's my thing. Just bamboozle them with the Shadow Clone Jutsu real quick. That's the funniest shit ever of all time to me. So, on the real, I love Apex Legends. But Call of Duty Modern Warfare is serious. Because when the beta was out, we said Apex who? We low-key said Apex who? We was on there.
Hardcore mode?
And yo, when we played, we was like, damn, this feel like Modern Warfare 2. We was like, oh no. He was like, no. What's up?
You think you can win on the nostalgia factor? Because Apex, that's an original new game, right?
Yeah.
But Call of Duty, it's just like Super Smash. It has a legacy.
Yeah, so low-key, it can win on the nostalgia factor.
Wait.
Even though I feel how I feel about like Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, and so forth and so on, Call of Duty Modern Warfare does have that nostalgia factor. Like, we felt it as soon as we played. We was like, damn. It's like, we right back in that ditch that we climbed out of.
Every time I look at him, I see nothing but nostalgia. He's like, damn, I'm like I'm more rust all over. Yo,
Yo, you gotta relax.
Okay, well, I think you made a decision on that one. So the next category up
It's gonna win for that one.
Yeah, best action / adventure game, man. What's the nominees, dude?
we got Borderlands 3. Is those zombies? I feel like there were zombies in that.
No, not really. No.
Nah.
Okay, it's just a creepy dude on the cover.
It just looked crazy. The art style looked crazy. That's what it is.
Then we got Control, which I hear some hate for. Death Stranding, which I've definitely heard some hate for. Resident Evil 2. My homegirl Zelda, Link's Awakening. I'm biased. And Sekiro, Shadow.
Oh my god, homie got the tat.
Ooh, I
thought he was playing what he said. I thought he was like,
Yo,
I don't think Zelda should win.
that's a
It's a remake.
You shut your mouth.
Yo, I got it upstairs. I just played it. It was great. But nah, I should have been. I'm sorry.
Shorty said, you shut your mouth.
I ain't gonna hold you, right? I've been here in a total like 2-3 hours. You spicy. Playing.
She said, of course.
That's what I'm saying.
Next time you told us, put your pinky out.
Hey,
Man, hot water. That's really vodka. Nah, I said hot water. Oh man, but then with that list of nominations, man, who y'all think gonna take that, man?
I think Sekiro, personally.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't even played it, but like from what I've watched, like people playing it.
I just started Let's Play. It's
fun as
beautiful.
shit.
Oh yeah,
It's beautiful. Plus, it's across multiple platforms. I don't know. Are all of these on all platforms? Because I know this was like Xbox, PC, and
most of them, with the exception of Link's Awakening,
And that's a remake.
Yeah,
exactly.
And you know how Nintendo do. They're not giving nobody Mario Zelda. It's quiet. Like that's Nintendo's moneymaker right there. So they ain't gonna get that one.
Resident Evil.
I'd give Nintendo my money for that. Because
Oh,
hey,
no.
Ocarina of Time is
Listen,
my number one.
I'm diehard Nintendo. Mario's my favorite character ever in life.
yeah.
So.
Wait, hold on. Shout out to the former CEO of Nintendo, also being Haitian American. His last name Reggie Fils-Aimé.
Oh yeah. Oh, because it matches yours.
That's all I said.
Ain't no relation.
Nope, nah, he might be my
That's my
cousin. You never
president. I don't
know.
know this mouse, nigga. I don't know this fuck about. I don't know that nigga.
But
I don't know
no,
that.
Nintendo's going to get its come up. Or it's winning. Because I think don't they have practically the entirety of the family category?
Oh, yeah.
With Luigi,
Absolutely.
Super Smash, Mario
The
Maker,
Yoshi's
and
game,
Yoshi's.
all
Stuff.
that.
That's one
They
other. I don't even know what the other one is, but I don't think it's Nintendo. And it's
Yo,
not.
family belongs to Nintendo. Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Without a doubt.
Nintendo's the originator, nothing greater. You know what I'm saying? Like, back when the Wii came out, everybody was laughing at that joint. Motion
that
control.
shit was fun.
What? Then what happened?
We boxing.
Nintendo.
Everybody think crew, we boxing.
Everybody in the house just balling like, yeah.
Yo, when you punch somebody, the way they had pop. Oh, you really thought you was Iron Mike? You really thought it, yo. They had this bop.
When they say to dodge, you gotta do like this. You sitting there, you do Hajime no Ippo.
Yo, that's
With the gypsies.
You talking that talk. Talking that
Guess what? We're in Best Action Adventure.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh, were we?
Man, honestly, man,
Do I need to repeat the candidates?
I mean, nah,
You said Sekiro.
You said Sekiro? Are you guys agreed? Are you feeling Sekiro?
Sekiro.
I think it's gonna be Zelda Link's Awakening, to be honest.
Really?
Yes, not just because it's a remake, it doesn't mean anything. It is perfect. The graphics are beautiful. How they make it where when you're moving it's kind of like the Game Boy. Like it's great.
Yo, no key. She's really moving like the game.
Yo, low key though, man. If there ain't no politics is heavy in this.
I stand by my answer.
Resident Evil 2, I think low key that's gonna take it, man. Resident Evil 2, the nostalgia factor is strong for that, man.
Nah, but you gotta understand. You know how Sekiro gonna take it? You ever seen a grown ass man get high cholesterol and high blood pressure playing a video game? That shit, you know,
That hit
remember when you
different.
was a kid and you used to get mad, you started to tear up because the game cheating.
Yeah. The game is cheating.
And either that or you was getting your ass busted by your OG. Either that or your OG was busting your ass.
Yeah.
And telling you stop crying. Why you was crying?
Sekiro brought back that feeling. And it's like, you think you beat a nigga, he's like, psych, bitch. He come back, I'm like, yo.
So you think Sekiro gonna take that one? So you think Sekiro gonna take that
Yo,
one?
bro, it take like 25 minutes to kill one boss. And then they come back, you got another 25 minutes. And if you fuck up your pattern, you got to start all over again.
Yeah.
So you spend like 3 to 4 hours on
Mike
one ball.
Tyson knockout.
I gotta get it.
You feel me?
She brought it back. Back to the way back. Alright, so on to the next one, man. Community support. Award for outstanding support, transparency, responsiveness, man. What's the nominations, Bree?
We got Apex Legends again, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Siege.
So we just drop Destiny 2, right? Like,
Yo, honestly,
that's not going nowhere.
Listen.
Destiny is
So listen,
hard.
I was a Destiny
niche
fanatic at one point. Me and my brothers was Destiny fanatics. Like the
That's
first one,
amazing.
What, like 100 years?
I'm talking, I can't remember the last time I woke up and I brushed my teeth and I immediately sat down to play a game. That was Destiny.
You brushed
and
your
I
teeth?
played all day.
Oh my god.
My drink was hot. Like, listen.
But
I'm not
nobody
gonna talk
there.
to the
Nobody
mic.
there. You can talk to the mic.
Nah, I'm not gonna talk until my PlayStation
passion
mic
ain't
and
real.
burn the shit off.
The
I'm not
passion
gonna
ain't
do that.
real.
No, Patricia, you gotta get back at the table if you're talking like
Right?
that.
The spiciness you
My
got
bad.
seen.
No, Greg got this.
You gotta
Love
relax.
you, Greg.
Put her on. You be quiet now.
Yo, we was Destiny fanatics, man.
Yeah.
And Destiny 2, we started off strong, but man, that joint just say it hit the same, B. Something about it was a little shaky. You know what I'm
What
saying?
about Final Fantasy?
And then,
Because I love the Final Fantasy series.
I
and
do
14
too,
seems
but
like it's been
14
strong, and I think, isn't there an update coming up? Or one that recently rolled out?
yeah, that Final Fantasy 14 has a lot of, like, the company supports that heavy. Like, that came out back in 2010, and they're still supporting that joint, which is nuts. That's like Warcraft, honestly. Like, they're still supporting it heavy. But playing the game, it was a little shaky. It was kind of like a fake Warcraft, fake Diablo.
But you
fake,
know, don't do that.
low key, don't do
that.
Low key though, but Warcraft was the original MMORPG that had that crack somehow, and I still don't understand how they got
It
it.
was the first.
Like, listen,
First.
I remember back. I think they still do on Tuesdays. They do maintenance, and you can't play it till like 3 p.m. or something like that. Yo, dog, I was super sick back in the day. Yo, I'm like, I can't play until 3 p.m. and I'm off school for this day. I'm like, nah, man.
You know what it is? For real.
Talk to him.
Alright. It's gonna be Final Fantasy. Either Final Fantasy or Apex.
Or Apex. Alright, then I was just about to get into my Apex man,
Because-
but you did it.
Nah, because things are like this. Right? When it comes to Final Fantasy, you're right. It was Final Fantasy 11 that was the first online one.
It was 11.
Yep. And then they made it 14. And they kept updating it. They kept on top of it. Destiny fell off. You know, you made it free. You fucked up. I'm not buying it now.
That's exactly why I own Destiny 2.
You know when you hit it with the aha, it's over. Once you get hit with the aha.
Yeah, stupid. I'm not buying it. Stupid. Yeah. I'm waiting for another Black Friday. Then I'm going to get your fucking extension packs.
Now, even then, I'm still going to bamboozle you.
Exactly. I swear to God, I know what niggas are called. So, it's more like, in this retrospect, I think whatever game has the most in-game currency being bought is just what's going to win, right? Because that's what it falls down to. That's where the real community support. And I'm not going to hold you. Apex just kicked it up.
Yo, I was just about to say that Apex recently released a gun that was so beast, the charge rifle, and everybody started complaining about the joint. And Apex wasted no time. They nerfed it at least 2 times already.
You see that?
And the gun is still good though. The gun is still super good.
But Final Fantasy, that's crossover. I think there's like a Monster Hunter crossover. Shit like that.
They got the monster.
They doing that fan service. It's a tough.
So it's a toss
So
up.
have you guys just completely discounted Fortnite? Because I know at least like their media presence.
You know what
So are
it
they
is? I'm
responsive?
going to tell you what it is with Fortnite. Fortnite was super popular, but a lot of the changes that they made, the fans aren't pleased with it. So it's a little bit shaky for them right now, even though they did the season 2 joint?
Yeah.
Even though they did that and they're starting to get some people back, I still think among all of the nominations, Apex Legends and Final Fantasy 14, as far as like the quick response, as far as like, catering to the fans' needs, and on top of that, still building up with constant updates, bringing Halloween events and stuff like that, making people want to buy these exclusive skins, so forth and so on. I think those two are kind of over Fortnite in just strictly in terms of community support and responsiveness. You know what I mean? Because wasn't it Fortnite that took away the shotgun and then everybody was super sick?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody was super sick off of that because they loved that joint. But with Apex Legends, they still managed to nerf guns that are really good, but they're still good. Like, they're not complete trash. And like you said with Final Fantasy 14, 2010, and they're still supporting it with crazy amounts of content. So it definitely is between those two. Now, for me, I would go Apex Legends because, you know, like I said, I sniff that for breakfast. You know what I'm saying?
He wakes up,
I don't even ask where the hoes at. I just sniff that and play it.
Okay.
Alright, so we all settle on that. Apex will take it.
Yeah, and next up,
Best esports event, man. Run down that list of nominations.
Girls Game Night by Lan Party.
esports. I still don't know how I feel about esports themselves, but I guess it makes sense. If you're sitting around watching people play football, yeah, I'd sit around and watch people play Fortnite. So, yeah, more fun, I think.
Indeed.
But for this year's Best Sports category, we have 2019 Overwatch League Grand Final.
Yeah.
EVO 2019, Fortnite World Cup.
Yeah.
The IEM Katowice 2019. Did I say that right?
That's basically Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
I don't know what it is, so I'm going to say it.
Basically Counter-Strike, for all those who don't know. It's a Counter-Strike focused tournament.
Okay. The next would be the LOL World Championship, League of Legends. I have to say, they have the best commercials. I'm sitting on YouTube, getting ready to skip in 5 seconds, and that little stick figure comes on, or KDA comes on. It's like, shit, you really got me sitting here for a minute and a half commercial. Watch it. Okay, but sorry, yeah, League of Legends World Championship or the Internation 2019.
Alright, man. Now, that's a spicy list, man. Among those, I mean, the Counter-Strike community is real strong. Like, they pull in a lot of... Counter-Strike is old. Like, old. And they still pull in some weight. But League of Legends... Listen, if you tune into Twitch...
Yeah, League of
Legends easy top 5 on Twitch. Like, don't even play yourself.
League is definitely going to take it.
League, no contest?
Without a doubt.
It's definitely
Guys, just be honest for a second. When you see League of Legends, do you read it LOL League of Legends or do you say LOL? Because every time I see it, I was like, LOL.
I said LOL.
I mean, I say League of Legends just so everybody, you know what I mean? Because I feel funny just saying LOL. Like,
Just say League.
No, I just say LOL.
I said League or LOL, yeah. I don't know.
League without a doubt. You know what? I'm busting that open. It's gonna be League of Legends for the fact that, think of it like this: the past 2 years, these niggas had live performances. Yo, they flew out fucking. Yo, how long? Yo, when's the last time Kiki Palmer was relative?
Kiki Palmer,
Killer and the
she
Bee.
definitely performed.
Exactly.
Once she jumped in.
Exactly.
Killer and the Bee.
So imagine that, right? They flew Killer and the Bee to Paris to perform. Because the latest,
I'm sorry, bro.
Within the 10 years of League of Legends being out, they made a black female character, and then they got Kiki Palmer to go sing for her, and they flew her out just for the opening ceremony.
Just to perform for that joint. That shit was spicy.
The opening ceremonies for League of Legends, a fucking concert.
Yeah.
Nigga, what? Yo, I know 3 cosplayers that got flown out just because of that shit. They fly people out. If you cosplay they shit, they fly you out. They put you up. You get.
League got the big bucks. League got the buku bucks.
League has been the highest paying tournament until that
Fortnite joint. Yeah, Fortnite just stepped up, man. And even though the Fortnite World Cup brought a lot of hype when that young man won the championship and all of that, still League is. I mean, the numbers don't lie.
The numbers don't lie. It's just
women lie, men lie. Numbers don't.
The consistency that League has had. Just years.
I'm saying.
And it's not even that. It's just more entertaining to watch. I mean, yeah, Fortnite, yeah, whatever. But League, League is just more entertaining. I mean, when someone gets those kills, it's just like, oh yes! Like,
and the announcers too. The announcers
they
spicy.
hype it up.
The announcers make you feel like you know what you're watching.
Yeah.
Nah, really, if you don't know what League is, you don't know what's going on. But trust me, you know when a nigga
when a big play happen,
one nigga take out like 4 niggas by himself.
Yeah.
By himself, you gotta sit there like this. Ooh, that's right. I know you gotta understand.
When you just hear quadra kill, penta.
And then you see the other team mad as fuck. Them niggas gotta wait a whole 60 seconds.
I gotta be honest, I these competitions?
You gotta
Do they like
watch.
show the faces
They
of
show-
players?
Yes. It's like the cameras lined up. Yo, I see one dude throw his headphones, dog. I see one dude say, and throw his joints. I said,
Niggas be mad that I eat booty face on
yo, it's spicy.
Mad as fuck.
Low key, man. Lee gonna take it. Even though I'm a super fighting game fanatic.
I'm going to Evo 2020.
Yo,
I'm going. Signing up. But they're not holding
You
it.
one out the two right now, my nigga. Evolution 2020, I'm definitely in there, man. I'm a big fighting game fan, man. That definitely has more diversity than a lot of the esports events on the list. But League is just unfuckwittable.
Yeah.
Can we keep it in the buck? You know what I'm saying? So League is definitely taking that. But let's talk about esports game of the year. Run down the nominations, Brie.
Yep, we got Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, Dota 2, Fortnite, LOL, League of
There it
Legends,
is.
or Overwatch.
There it is.
So,
League got to say no more.
League.
League got to take that. Yeah, League got to take
Discussed
that.
this already. We know?
What you think taking?
Overwatch.
You think?
Really?
They on ESPN. Y'all playing with them.
Esports game of the year?
They on ESPN.
Yo,
They're on.
was in the Staples.
You know I don't got cable, man. Come on.
You know how gangsta is? My homegirl was one of the announcers for the shit. They're on ESPN. They're on TV announcing it. We have our own. They have state teams, bro. New York Excelsior is our state Overwatch
Yo,
team.
so you think that's what's taking for esports game of the year?
Yeah, yo. Y'all understand how much publicity this shit get? And then they coming out with a second game.
True indeed.
Are they ever
But
making
at
the
the
movie?
same
Because did they
time,
only make Overwatch the game so that they can get enough money to finance a movie?
listen. I think it's a little shit.
Yeah, that's like supposed to be the backstory of Overwatch. They want to make a movie
They
with
have
these
teams
characters,
on
so to
different
finance it, they created a game, and they have all these like extracts that's their backstory. So the game is supposed to be like the prequel to the movie.
I don't know. I think they made enough money on the game. They don't want to make the movie now. They're like, I'm retiring.
Damn, Blizzard do bring in buku bucks though.
Now you know how real it is. You know how real it is. And then y'all gonna hear it here first, right?
There it is.
Y'all
Talk
gonna
to
hear
them.
it
Give
first.
them the exclusive.
Y'all gonna hear it first. Y'all do understand that they're going to have the Overwatch thing at the Barclays Center soon, right?
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Right? I'm talking about, like, it's December right now. Anyone here, y'all can sign up right now, make a team on their website, and join the competition to compete in the mini tournament. And if your, like, little home team wins, y'all get to compete in the league as an actual competing team.
You just can't go 0-2. You can't go 0-2.
So is Blackramen making the league right now? Is that what I'm
I
hearing?
was gonna say because I'm in there. I'm a top healer.
Wait, I can only play as Lucio.
I can be a tank too.
Okay, cool. Be a tank because I can only play Lucio. Nothing else.
It's spicy.
You want more info?
It's spicy.
Y'all gotta follow Blackramen. Follow Blackramen Podcast for more info.
Damn, but you bring up a good point though. Overwatch is building into a powerhouse, man. Especially with the fan fiction and it is getting crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, you right. Damn. You right.
So it's Overwatch or League. That's
Overwatch most likely gonna take it, but League is definitely a strong contender among those listed. Alright, so last but certainly not least among the list that we gonna talk about. Fighting game of the year.
Smash.
Tekken.
Breathe. Go down the list. So
Tekken.
Yo, Tekken didn't
I
make it.
am sorry, but Tekken is not on this list. Vocabulary's
Then
dead.
what we talking about?
We got Jump Force, Mortal Kombat 11, Samurai
Mortal
Showdown,
Kombat
or
dope.
Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Dang.
No,
Super
you know, not
Smash
biased.
Brothers. That's what I don't know. I don't know.
Great question.
Besides behind the scenes politics, but other than that, yo, Smash is taking that hands down, yo.
I don't know. Mortal Kombat 11.
Who what?
It's spicy.
Yes.
It's spicy.
It came too hot.
It's Mortal Kombat is definitely spicy, man. But for a video game that was originally viewed as a party game, it wasn't even really accepted for years within the fighting game community as a fighting game.
Really?
To build that, for years. What? Back when Super Smash Bros. Melee was out, people was
Okay, that was my
counting
favorite.
that. They was like, that's not a fighting game. That's a party game. But the community has built their weight up to the point where they got on ESPN 2, even though it's not ESPN 1. They got on ESPN 2, and they was they was the second to last game aside from Street Fighter 5. I think Street Fighter 5 was the last game when Evo was airing live.
Yeah.
But man, aside from the community support and with this Super Smash Brothers in particular, it seems like the company is really supporting it in terms of doing patches. But the way they're doing the patches, they're nerfing characters, but not to the point where the character is useless, where you can't use it, period. You know what I'm saying? So they're being real specific with this game. You know what I'm saying? On top of the guest characters who's popping up, Joker from Persona 5, the hero from Dragon Quest, fucking Terry Bogard, you shitting, man. Yes. Like, it's looking crazy.
Lil Mac, he's still trash?
Lil Mac trash. Lil Mac trash. Lil Mac trash. That jump his ass.
Just checking.
He's forever booty. Sakurai is forever going to put content into this game.
Yeah,
the owner of Nintendo, when he died, his last order to Sakurai said, "Make this shit lit, bro."
Yeah.
And he's like, "All right, say that." Sora for last DLC.
You Team Sora, my G?
What the fuck? You not?
Hell no.
What?
Dog. Yo, listen. Kingdom Hearts, man. I can't do it, dog. I tried.
I'm sorry. Wait, what?
I can't do it.
Number 1. Kingdom Hearts Saga is number 2.
Dog.
Wait.
I tried playing the game.
Wait.
Listen.
Wow,
what?
Let me tell you something. I tried playing the game a total of 10 times.
I'm disgusted.
Nah, y'all can't keep me. I'm too pretty. Anyway, listen. Yo, I've tried playing that game a total of 10 times, dog. And I'm an RPG fanatic. And it was Square Enix. I said, I'm in here.
All right, cool.
Dog, I cannot do the Donald the Goofy shit. Dog, Sora. I can't do it. And I'm a Disney fan. That's crazy.
Nah, you playing with it, bro.
Dog.
Don't doubt. Y'all ain't going to Pride Rock, my nigga. Why y'all playing with it?
Yo, just because nigga was Toasted Cloud and Squall, like, you know what I'm saying? That ain't enough for me to be like, the fight was dope, but that's not enough for me to be like, yo, this game right here, I
don't even play Final Fantasy.
Oh, she again.
Dude, I can't do turn-based games. I can't.
But Final Fantasy got
nothing irritates me more than missing attacks that I didn't miss.
Oh, you don't like
the computer tells
you different.
Yo, weirdly enough, I can play Pokemon. I just accept that.
Yo, listen, man.
Until they make a better Pokemon, and then I'm gonna be like, yo, all the other Pokemons are trash.
Yo, listen, if Kingdom Hearts magically morphs into Chrono Trigger, I'm on board. But until then, yo,
it is beautiful as it is.
No, wait. Kingdom Hearts 3 was looking real shit.
No. Kingdom Hearts 3 was trash.
Kind of crazy.
Yo, but y'all, how many years y'all waited for?
Yo, we're all sad about that. Think how we feel.
We're all disappointed.
Oh, my bad.
How many years y'all waited? Yo, Kingdom Hearts, man, listen, I tried. Just like Foolie Cooley. I watched Foolie Cooley 10 times. I watched it 5 times sub and 5 times dub. The joint did not make me laugh once. I said, I was looking at I had to look in the mirror. I'm like, yo, is it me? I'm like, is it me? Am I missing something?
Right, they keep replaying it.
I'm like, everybody praise it. Same thing in Kingdom Hearts. I'm like, yo,
we're starting to ramble. We got to refocus because time is getting high.
Yeah.
People have been sitting for a while, so we've only got one more segment left.
Well, before y'all jump into that, thank y'all for having me on your show.
Yeah. Listen. You know, you family over here. You ain't even got to say. You know what I'm saying? Thank God for keeping us on track.
I was about to just jump into it. I was about to cut you off. Thank you for having me. I was about to do it for you. She just all right, cool. I'm sitting there giving her cues like, all right.
But yo, listen, that's Greg, aka Player One, man. Lan Party, y'all follow him on Instagram.
Chatty Patty tagging.
Yeah, the Chatty one about to come back in this. So
yo, she never left though.
She made it seem like she did, but she didn't.
But yeah, in the meantime, let us know how long do you guys want these episodes to be? Do you want us to drag on? Do you want us to keep it short? How do you like to listen to your podcast?
We're dragging it on. You heard?
Why would you say drag on?
Yo, but listen,
I like the blue word.
All right, so let's get back on time with what we got to do, man. Last but not least, man, there's been a lot of buzz going around on the internet with a certain show that's coming back, but tragically, you know, R.I.P. John Witherspoon, he passed away. Clap it up one time for John Witherspoon. So I'm pretty sure most listeners know what I'm talking about, man. The Boondocks. Now, tragically, John Witherspoon passed away, but new seasons were announced, and there was this tweet, or was it on Instagram? I don't
It
know.
was on Instagram.
All right, so there was this post that someone made and basically said, you know, picture it. Granddad passes away in the Boondocks opening the 5th season, and the boys are set to live with Granddad's sister, played by Jennifer Lewis. She's the only one I could think of to keep that same energy. Now, for those of y'all who don't know Jennifer Lewis, man, if y'all watch Blackish, then y'all will know she's the mother in Blackish. Well, the grandmother technically, and she had guest appearances in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You know, whenever Viv's siblings came through,
Legend.
you know what I'm saying? She was the one talking the bullshit. You know what I mean? She was the most spicy one on there. She's certified legend. She caught wind of this and actually replied and said, "Thank you, one and all. I'll check into this. It will be fun. I miss my John Witherspoon. He gave us so much love and laughter, y'all." Now, how does everybody on the table feel about that?
I'm on it. I'm on it all day long.
There
I
it
want to
is.
know, can she voice act? Because I'm looking at her.
Yeah, she can.
Oh, no,
She's a
she can
beautiful
actually
actress.
sing.
She
She
can
can
sing.
There's a difference between acting and voice acting.
Nah, she could.
Nah,
could voice
she got
act.
it.
So the only
Yeah.
thing on your
She got
resume
it.
for voice acting is a few video games. I think like Cars. So, right? Right?
Oh,
Nah,
wow.
but here's
can
the thing
she
with her.
voice act?
She actually can
She can,
voice act.
she can,
but
she's good.
most of the time when she's hired, people want
Was
her to
she
keep
on the
that
Boondocks
energy
before?
of.
Wasn't she on the Boondocks?
She was on the
Yeah,
Boondocks
there you
before,
go.
actually.
There
Most
you
people
go.
who hire her want her to keep that John Witherspoon-like energy. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
and she
saying?
does.
Because
She
John
has it.
Witherspoon could have actually voice acted, but they want that, you know what I mean? That Friday, that Wayne's Brothers, they want that energy. So I definitely think
this
that
Friday,
she
son.
can. I definitely
AKA
think that she can
bitch.
keep the energy. I think that she can keep that energy.
Yeah, she
but
can.
if they're gonna ship the boys off to a different town, they gotta bring the rest of the supporting characters with them. Because I can't imagine watching the Boondocks without Uncle Ruckus.
Oh my God.
No, I need
Or
Tom.
Tom.
I need Sava.
Yeah.
You know?
What's
Nah,
that?
wouldn't she just like move into his crib? Like she'd inherit that shit?
That could be a
That
possibility
would work.
as well.
That would work too.
There's a lot of
Uncle
stuff that
Ruckus
could be
gotta
done.
be
All right,
involved.
people, everyone knows, just hire me as the writer now. Like, that's what's up.
I wonder if it will be possible to do this transition. Because I don't know their normal animation style, but it might take a lot to completely erase a character and then put a new one.
Well, it
and even harder to
depends.
completely redraw an entire season.
You're absolutely right. We just need to know how far they got into the series, right? And if they did, we could do it could actually be like an anime, like midway, and then do a filler, and then after that introduce her, and then
Well,
Granddad. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
let's never advocate for fillers. How about that? Like,
yeah, you're right because I don't like Bleach, but
right?
you're right.
Remember that
But-
Bouncho arc?
Oh. But yeah, they should do that. You know, they should implement that. And not for nothing, Boondocks is known for dragging shit out. Like Adult Swim, they've actually made fun of Boondocks. Like they had a meme where it was like right on Adult Swim, they had a meme, Boondocks season 4 coming out 2054. Because of the fact they were all arguing, all the writers were arguing, all the writers was like, yeah, we should end up this way, to the fact that they started, which I don't know if it's true or not, but from what I heard from the grapevine, they actually started the animation before they actually got finished with all the voice acting because of the fact that they were all arguing at the table because they couldn't figure out what ending or what where this actor's gonna go, what they're gonna do with this character. It's just like, yo, they can do it if they want to. Because a lot of people, they're going to get the money. Because everybody watches Boondocks. Like, my professor watches Boondocks. He whiter than bread. He watches Boondocks.
As long as he wasn't like, nigga.
Listen,
As long as he wasn't doing all that.
first of all, what is a nigga going to do? Bring a fry back? Like, French fry. Like, wow. He low-key had the letters. Like, you know that actually happened. That was a real situation that happened. He wrote down, nigga, I said N-I-G-G-A. Nigga. Not nigger, but nigga.
I was legendary, man.
Nah, it wasn't as legendary as that big dude that was like, and I got my friend, and he like to smoke with cigarettes. That dude.
Nah,
the big
Booty
dude.
Warrior was crazy.
Oh my God.
That man crazy. Boy.
Looney more important than
We ain't even gonna get too much into that. Y'all watch the Boondocks if y'all would have known.
Yo.
But yo, at the end of the day, man,
I'm here from
the Boondocks was a legendary series.
Wait. One more thing. Remember when Granddad couldn't say Exhibit's name? He's called him Exhibition.
Oh yeah, the Pin My Ride Up song.
Yeah, he was like, you don't know my name. He said, yes, I do. Enema.
Yo, but at the end of the day, man, the Boondocks is a legendary series, man. It will never be the same without John Witherspoon. But
definitely not.
We live in an era where they want to continue a lot of things, and if they do it right, I'm perfectly fine with that. You know what I'm saying? So
I could see her stepping in, and she would do the series justice. She would. She would save it. She would save it.
Listen, man, we gonna wrap this one up for y'all, man. Y'all, everybody who supports us, everybody who retweets us, posts us in their stories, man, we appreciate all of y'all, man. We here for the people. Understand that, man.
Yes.
So bottom line, man, before we wrap this one up, I want everybody out there to know, yo, be yourself whatever the weather, and always remember you the one, not the two, because ain't nobody built like you.
Hey.
Yo, can I get a year?